Here we go. First of all, since when is TMZ quoting me? And this is one of those things where, like, I don't know if they be saying they're canceling me, but I'm like, the more y'all say I cancel me, the more y'all actually amplify me. I've never had a bigger audience till now. Yo, this cancellation shit sometimes. Let me be like, y'all can't get canceled if y'all own most of y'all platforms. You know what I mean? Even if me and Spotify didn't choose to work out, I'm cool. The money I'm getting, I'm printing it myself. I'm straight. I always tell people, I actually told people recently, a good amount of the money I got from Spotify, I put right back in the stock market, invested in Spotify. I actually lost. I don't know if I know that. I invested, I just bought Spotify stock with the money. It went down a bit, so I lost. It's whatever. Like, you know what I mean? That's not what I'm looking to. You know, people always just be like, oh, yeah, he spent that complex money. Nigga, the amount of money I made by my own sweat and tears compared to Complex paid me pennies. Spotify paid me good, but it's just like, I don't rely on those things because these things are fickle. It's fickle. Anyway, let me listen to this. They called Keef in New York City, and some chick, it looked like she was trying to stir up drama. Here we go. Seen people sending like some type of, yo, act, do we have video of it? You were drunk, cool, that's what it is. So I'm going to listen to the audio. I said I made him hot. Or did I help expose him to everybody else? When you say I made somebody hot, it's like I found somebody who wasn't popping at all, and I just made them. That was never the case with Chief Keef. And we're gonna listen to the audience. Okay. Some people said there's a video or an audio. As I was drunk, they said, yo, Ak, you was talking a lot of shit. And I talk a lot of shit a lot of times. So I want to go listen to that right now. Okay, a little shot. Here we go. I think they said it's Instagram, the Chicago Wave. I don't know these pages like that. Is this the page? I'm waiting to see if it loads. Yes, it is. Here we go. Okay. An old clip of Ak speaking on or whatever goes viral. Let's listen to what I said. Here we go.
Made you, nigga, I helped make Keef, nigga. Nigga, I gave them niggas rep that they never had. I called that nigga the Chiraq Grim Reaper, nigga. That's why when he's getting shot at and...
Okay, that was incorrect. I was definitely lit then. I was definitely incorrect because he had never called him the Grim Reaper.
Shit happened to him. Y'all...
Somebody find me the longer clip because I was definitely talking about the whole drill. But I was definitely... I think I hit Keef up for an interview. He was just acting weird. I was just like, bro, I'm good. I really don't give a fuck if I interview y'all niggas. Like, bro, I'm not going to sit here and beg for interviews. It is what it is. You know, respectfully, you know what I mean? I think it was also around the time I saw him doing interviews with a few people. So I'm thinking he was open to interviews. I hit him up for an interview. No response. Cool, whatever. Matter of fact, let me play it again. I need to hear everything.
Keef made you... Nigga, I helped make Keef, nigga.
That's not a... Wait, hold on. Y'all know me. I'm just not no bitch-ass nigga. I stand on what I be saying, even when I'm drunk. Do I think I helped make the fucking myth of Chief Keef? Fuck yes! I don't care now till next year. I'll always say that. I didn't say I made the nigga. Because when I started covering him, he was him already. I help the... I don't care if y'all agree with me. Y'all don't gotta agree with me. It's all good. I helped what the image... And niggas used to think these niggas were serial killers, my nigga, because of me. When I called Lil Reese the Grim Reaper, niggas literally thought... Yo, I have a video on the War in Chiraq saying Lil Reese tweeted at me, LOL, I'm moving to Africa. Academics, Africa. Let's look it up. Look, Academics Africa, war in Chiraq. Look, Academics mentions, Lil Reese mentions DJ Academics. He's moving to Africa. Bro, let's keep it real. And I don't know if, like, bro, this is why I said it was satire. Nigga, when Lil Reese linked me, Lil Reese had like 10 niggas with him, bro. I really had 3 people with me. Like, again, at a certain point, I knew it was satire. In a sense of, I don't think Reese is a serial killer. It's satire. Maybe this is the part of the story I never got. I don't think that if Lil Reese types LOL, a nigga dies. That's satire. Do I gotta tell y'all that? I met Lil Reese at Complex on a weekend when nobody was there. I found some random place and we did an interview. I did not think if I look him in the eye, I'm gonna die. I said and gassed up shit like that on the war in Chiraq for satire. When I called him the Grim Reaper, satire. Lil Reese has never been the fucking Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper of what? And when I mean Grim Reaper of what, Lil Reese isn't taking people's lives by tweeting. Stop being dumb. This is why when they used to say, yo, Ak is like snitch. Bro, after I've realized what it is, if I was going to give accurate nicknames out, you know who I would call the Grim Reaper? 051 Melly. Go look at this nigga right here. I was just gassing shit up. It's satire.
Every fan of Chicago drill.
That's the point. I call Chief Keef Baphomet. Let me give you the nicknames now. They were not real. I never said that. Honestly, I don't believe Reese ever killed anybody in history. It's crazy how I gotta explain this to people because people got caught up on satire. I do not believe Chief Keef ever killed nobody, Lil Reese ever killed nobody, or Fredo Santana. There is some killers. King Von was a killer. Did I ever have a nickname for King Von? Nope. The backpedal is crazy. Yeah, the backpedal is crazy because when I was reporting this shit, I wasn't trying to really tell on people. I knew a lot more than sometimes I let on to say. When I call this nigga the Grim Reaper, I was just trying to draw a loose association. Anytime y'all niggas beef with him, niggas die. That was a fact. If you ever thought I was saying that Lil Reese was killing niggas, you didn't understand satire. I don't think Chief Keef ever killed nobody. This is my personal thoughts. Now, the war in Chiraq is over. There's no more myth to it. We're seeing who the cops are labeling as the killers. We seen it. That's what I'm saying. It was a special time. I could never do the war in Chiraq now. I built up rappers like they were villains in a comic book. That's why everybody who didn't like them didn't fuck with me. Yo, you really talking about these rappers like they're doing all this shit? They're not doing nothing. That's the problem. That's what I could also admit. So when y'all niggas is talking about these things, the reason why Chief Keef is free and hanging in California, always getting his car remodded and this, that, and third, because he didn't commit any murders. It's kind of sad that I have to say that. But I understand that the satire of the war in Chiraq really got y'all caught up. I don't believe Reese ever killed a soul. I'm not saying people around him. I'm talking about the individuals. One of the reasons I'm so shocked at Von, I feel like he's one of the first actual rappers that I believe was a killer. I don't believe Dirk killed nobody. I don't believe Reese killed nobody. I don't believe Chief Keef killed nobody. I'm about to interview G Herbo like next week. I don't believe he killed nobody. I believe that nigga Von clapped at least 10 niggas. Facts. Bro, One was satire. And people always say, yo, Ak was snitching. Nigga, I really didn't know what was going on. I was just like going off tweets and shit like that. If these niggas were killers, they would be in jail. I hope y'all understand this. Even though Chicago is so lax and they don't give a fuck about crime, if these dudes, if Lil Reese killed anybody, he would be in jail. So is Sosa. So is Fredo Santana. God bless his soul. The closest even Lil J got was an attempted murder, and he got out for that. He's locked up again. The war in Chiraq was satire. I'm trying to drill it into y'all heads. And this is why I feel a certain way, because when I was making these niggas sound like they were superhuman, they benefited off of it. When I called a nigga a Grim Reaper, you thought that if you ever saw that nigga, you would die. And when I called the nigga Baphomet, the head of all fuckery and demonicness, you thought this nigga was the orchestrator of all violence. When I called a nigga the Chiraq 5-star war general, like I called Lil Durk, you had a certain perception about it. When you hear them say certain things, all I'm just trying to tell y'all is that it's kind of sad that y'all bringing it back around to me now. I'm a grown man. I'm in my 30s. I know how law enforcement works. If any of these niggas committed a murder, they would be in jail. They're not in jail. They're free. They never committed a murder. Not saying nobody around them. Not saying they never faced danger. But please understand what the war in Chiraq was. It was actual fucking satire. Okay? You know, so many people got mad at me. Yo, why you act like Lil Reese is the biggest killer? This is why, nigga, stop watching the war in Chiraq. Bro, that's fictional. The war in Chiraq, for the most part, might have a little bit of details, but it's fictional. Go watch Chicago Scene 88, my nigga. Stop watching the war in Chiraq. That shit's a dub. That shit was meant to hype up rappers like the biggest gangsters. Stop it. Don't watch my channel no more. I look at my channel every week. I'm almost down to delete the bitch. Y'all keep watching the war in Chiraq thinking everything is true on there. It's not true. Most of it ain't true. These niggas ain't killing nobody. Their niggas was killing people. The people who kill people is in jail. Look around on number 9. He was actually one of them guys. He's in jail for life. Look at the other guys. The ones who did it are in jail for life. The rappers got all the clout. That's why I feel like I helped them. Because I was building their mystique. I was gassing them up to be the most evil gangster niggas who ever touched the mic. How you gonna say Von and Killian never got caught? Bro, just stop it, bro. Just stop it, bro. Like, bro, I'm not here to like just sit here and be like, oh my God, because I like a nigga music. Nigga, if they name you as the key suspect on Full Bodies, bro, I don't care what y'all niggas say. I'm sorry to say, bro. I'm a grown man. I'm not in my early 20s doing war in Chiraq no more. Okay? Get over it. Y'all can keep watching it. I'm down to delete it. I don't care about it that much. Y'all care about it. The war in Chiraq was fictional. For the most part. It had true elements, but the people you feared were not the niggas. Let me put that out there. Lil Reese was not, every time he typed LOL, a nigga just magically die. I remember E-Day said, yo, a nigga robbed me, he disappeared same time. E-Day died. Bro, everybody died, bro. It was fictional. I'm telling y'all now it was fictional. Y'all just don't want to admit it. And this is why I probably shouldn't even say this, because y'all are just dumb. Y'all just want to believe the nonsense. You're right, Ovio Cardi. You used to believe Reese was a serial killer. And I was mad ignorant. There's a time I thought that he was too. But the more I got understanding, I started growing up, bro, the more people really started giving me the reality of what was going on. These niggas were not serial killers, bro. Now, here's the truth. When I say I help make Keef, I help the myth of Keef, bro, I gassed the nigga like the nigga was killing like 50 niggas. Nigga, Keef left Chicago. Let's be very honest. Like, you know what I mean? Keef ain't really been going back and forth with no ops in a long time. Nigga, I made that nigga seem like the devil. I made him seem like Satan himself, Lucifer, the guy who would just sanction deaths. I did. I'll take accountability for that. But long after the fact, where we're in the time now where everybody keep asking about it, bro, that shit is over, man. Bro, move on. Like, y'all niggas gotta move on, bro. Move the fuck on. We used to talk about these things like they were on DBZ, my nigga, like Dragon Ball Z. Like, yo, this nigga he's just a Grim Reaper. He has Grim Reaper powers. Bro, they were fucking human. Misguided, but human. Turned rappers, but exploiting, just like maybe you could say I was exploiting. Whatever. But everybody was acting like they were the biggest killers, my nigga. And I gassed it like, oh, they are the biggest killers. And it made them a lot of millions of dollars. And the war in Chiraq did great. And just like how Chief Keef now is comfortably chilling in New York and he can perform those hits, them hits is all founded a part of people kind of believing that when those music were made. I remember watching Chief Keef when he was on his grandmama couch and he was like, yo, bitches love so-so, or he was talking about, yo, fake niggas I don't like, snitch niggas I don't like. When I was thinking about the niggas he was beefing with, I thought them niggas was terrified of him. But you grow up. And there's been so many better and great documentaries. That's why I was confused by when them Channel 5 niggas wanted to interview me. I'm like, we could talk about the war in Chiraq, but that's not the actual Chicago story. Okay, I could tell you about how Chicago influenced the music business, but if you want to know how these dudes were influencing crime, I don't know. Because all these guys who I was covering, who I was telling y'all they were demons, I kept covering everybody around them dying. Didn't I cover Blood Money dying? Didn't I cover Lil Durk's manager dying? Didn't I cover D-Think dying? Didn't I cover Newski dying? Didn't I cover everybody around him dying? But I told y'all they're the biggest demons. Get out of that mindset. And y'all know I haven't done War in Chiraq in so long. Bro, like I hate when people try to like make it a thing like that. This shit is over. Now we could get into a relevant conversation. What the real relevant conversation is Chief Keef an international influential figure? That's what Charlemagne was talking about. I think that's interesting. I don't know the influence of Chief Keef worldwide. Unless we're going to say Chief Keef is just drill. If we're going to say Chief Keef is just drill, he's very influential worldwide. Because these days, drill is one of the most popular things in the UK, Toronto, New York, a lot of places. Even Korea is doing a lot of drill stuff. That's if we want to go with there. But the reason why I didn't say what Charlemagne was saying was bullshit, I hope I can find a clip. Let me see if I can find a clip. Let me see if I can find a clip. So I can find a clip. So I can find a clip. Charlemagne, Keef, influential. Here we go. Here we go.
The God of all time.
Okay, here we go.
Agree with that. Yo, check him out.
No, the number with is 4. Kanye, J, or Kanye. Well, I'm not.
Doesn't agree with that. Yo, check him out.
No, he's 4. Kanye. Well, I'm not gonna say the number or the number, but it's 4. Kanye, J, Pac, Wayne.
By the way, you see, this is the part they cut out. I gotta find a better clip. They were talking about internationally.
Number with is 4. Kanye, J, Pac, Wayne.
You got
4 most influential rappers of all time.
In there now too.
Not the 4.
No,
Not the 4.
No.
The 5.
You know why I don't put
He's in
Chief
the
Keef in
10.
there? Because Chief Keef didn't influence like the world. He influenced a sound
Of
in a region. Yeah, he didn't influence the world. Those 4 people I named literally influenced people all over the world. Kanye, J, Wayne. Who did I say? Kanye,
Pop.
J, Wayne, and Pop. But it's 4. Kanye, J.
All right. So let me say this. if we're gonna chalk up Keef to drill, yes, he is one of the most influential people. If we're saying without Keef there is no drill, yes, Keef is one of the most influential rappers of all time in all regions because drill is very popular now. If we're gonna just only talk about Keef and his influence, Charlemagne has a point. And I said this last time and people just didn't like when I said it. It's just that these artists that he's mentioning, other than Keef, have gone around the world and have had significant influence on sound, culture, dressing, style, everything. And while Keef has had a lot of influence in terms of how music and in terms of drill, the only way I could put Keef on it is if I'm saying without Keef there is no drill. So then if I put Keef on it, now I start thinking about Dirk. Why is Dirk not on it? Because Dirk at this moment is changing what drill sounds like, what drill looks like, and Dirk is making drill mainstream. So why Dirk not on it? So the only reason why I would agree with him at all is that, and I'm going off some metrics that y'all might not consider, Chief Keef has never done an international tour. Actually, from what I've heard, Chief Keef does not even perform outside of the United States because of legal reasons. Chief Keef does not go to these places. So how would these places get the influence from Keef? Through the internet, through culture moving around in this and third. I'm not saying he doesn't have any influence. And by the way, here's another thing about this conversation. Now, I'm not backing up Charlemagne, but I want to be very clear about it. He's talking about like the top 4 or 5 most influential people. Now, I believe Keef is one of the most influential artists of all time when it comes to hip hop. But when it comes to globally, and I think that's where there was a synergy of conversation. I don't think he's one of the top 4 most influential artists when it comes to global acceptance of the culture. I think Kanye is somebody you got to have in there. I think Drake is somebody you got to have in there. I feel like Tupac is somebody you got to have in there. I know this is not a rapper, but I think you got to have people like Bob Marley. You got to have Michael Jackson. You got to have Whitney Houston. We're talking about globally, like things that you've done within the art that people have tried to either emulate, and they're emulating you, not emulating a genre. For me, and I keep saying it, if we're going to say without Keef, there's no drill, well, I disagree with Charlemagne then because drill is huge. But I give the credit for drill music to a few individuals that include Keef. So then I think about Keef's music individually. I think the only way you put him in that influential rappers of all time is if you only equate Keef to drill. Are you telling me that Love Sosa is just one of the most influential songs of all time, which I feel like it is, but still, like, you feel like it's so influential to other art. It's so influential it's made him one of the most influential artists. Because I could name like 5 songs. I could name 5 songs from Tupac that's bigger than that. And granted, Tupac was in the list, but like, you're gonna always have those songs that are monumental. You know what I mean? Who did Jay-Z influence internationally or globally? First of all, nationally, on a level, that nigga created clothing brands. That nigga changed how people dressed. Jay-Z was one of the first artists. Go to Glastonbury. He was the first artist to be headlined and shit like that. Jay-Z, Glastonbury. Just look at this, bro. This is before hip-hop was on that level, my nigga. Hip-hop wasn't there yet. This is before them huge festivals, before your Rolling Louds, my nigga. This is where he was infiltrating a fucking festival that were used to rock and pop artists. And because his music was so infectious and so just ingratiated with American and just like the public period, he could go there. There's not one black person in this crowd, not one. So when you say Jay-Z has no influence, Jay-Z's dominance over the culture has made influence. Keep in mind, another reason why I don't put Keef on that list, man, the highest concerts of Keef's career is Rolling Loud, my nigga. Rolling Loud, where all the niggas is at. The nigga took Glastonbury, let me show you, like, bro, like, I know the old heads all claim I hate them and all that type of shit, but like, bro, let me see, Glastonbury, let's just look at Glastonbury, period. Just look at Glastonbury, period, in 2020. Just look at the people who usually perform there. You know what I mean? It's like, impact is not only just being within, like, do I think Jay-Z had more? If we just talking about inner cities in the hood, of course, Keef's in there. But when I was thinking about influential, I was thinking about the world. Just look at some of these people who perform in. Just look. You ain't gonna see nobody even know. Look. James Brown, Kings of Leon. Just look. These are festivals with 150,000 people before Rolling Loud. Look, The Killers, Girls Aloud, like, bro, this is a whole Neil Diamond. Look at this shit. Neil Diamond, Amy Winehouse. So when we talking about like a whole different like influence, when you could go to one of those concerts and perform, what do you mean what influence Jay-Z had? Jay-Z was one of the few rappers that if no white people knew all the shit popping, they knew a few Jay-Z songs. Let's be honest. Somebody says, Ak, you an old head. You about as slow as him. No, stop it. Yo, this is where I got to keep opening your mind up to the rest of the world. Rolling Loud is this. Rolling Loud is this, nigga. Nigga, you tell me when Chief Keef performed for the 300,000 people. You tell me when, nigga. You tell me when. How you gonna say the nigga the most influential? He not performing in front of, like, are you kidding me? Bad Bunny's gonna go down as one of the most influential, my nigga. Across the world. Not just in a genre. In a genre, Keef got it. But it's a reason why Keef not performing for 200,000 people, brother. These are festivals that if you are going to put a rapper in front of 300,000 white people or 150,000 white people, that nigga better have some shit. And they could have done it with people like Jay-Z, obviously Eminem, shit, even DMX. Anybody who says, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Most influential of all time, the reason why I say we can't put Keef in there is because I don't even know if 50 Cent in there. And if you sit here and tell me that Keef is more influential to music than 50 Cent, we should just stop talking. We should just stop talking. Like, what are we talking about now? Was Keef more influential? Matter of fact, Fredo Santana, who's in Keef group, said the reason why I started doing drill is because I heard that nigga sing Heat. So if you don't have 50 Cent in there, how the fuck do we get to Keef? How? How? We love Keef. He's a legend in every sense of the word. Keef is going to be someone for his generation and for the new generation that's going to be definitely on the Mount Rushmore. But music wasn't started when he got the music. You see, some of y'all showing y'all age. Was Keef more influential than DMX? Let me ask y'all a question. See, some of these people y'all won't even know. Would you say Keef? Like, remember, we're talking about all-time influential. You're telling me that Keef more influential than Snoop Dogg? You tell me Keef more influential than DMX, than 50 Cent? That's what y'all trying to tell me. But they gonna make it seem like I'm dissing him because I'm not gonna be, bro, like, as much as the old niggas don't like me, I'm not gonna only act like I got amnesia. Let me go back to this answer.
Pac, Wayne.
You got
4 most influential rappers of all
Chief Keef
time.
in there now too.
Here we go.
Not the 4.
Here we go.
But it's 4. Kanye, Jay, Pac, Wayne.
He said Kanye, Jay, Pac, Wayne. You know who everybody is universally accepted as one of the most popular rappers, if not number 2, across the whole fucking globe? We're not just talking about in what you know. Motherfucking Snoop Dogg, nigga. Snoop Dogg is more influential than... If you think Snoop Dogg is battling with influence with Chief Keef, I don't even know what to tell you. Let me see if I can find the full clip, because I gotta go take a piss. I want y'all to listen to it. What time is it? I've been streaming for a minute, ain't I? It's all good. What is it? So, Charlemagne, Chief Keef. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's listen to King Yella. No, let me see who else. Here we go. I'm gonna find some good shit. Okay. Listen to Keith.
Dump through a bag of hundreds. Drinking the ass, the money.